Hi, I'm Molly. Welcome to Wonderland Workouts. Today we are going to exercise the 3 little pigs. Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs that lived in a small house with their mom. One day, their mom sent them off to build houses of their own. As they walked down the road, they met a farmer pulling a wagon full of straw. It looked very warm and the perfect material for building a house. The first little pig asked if he could have some. The farmer agreed, and the first little pig began building his house out of straw. A little ways down the road, the next little pig saw a woodcutter with a cart full of sticks. They were long and thick and the perfect material for building a house. He asked the woodcutter if he could have the sticks, and he said yes. So the second little pig set out building his house. The third little pig trotted down the road and met a builder carrying a cart full of bricks. The third little pig thought to himself, "How strong those bricks look to build a house." So the third little pig asked the builder for some bricks to build his house stronger and better than the others. Soon, all 3 pigs had a house of their own, and they were all very happy. Then one day, a big bad wolf came walking through the woods. He saw the first little pig in his house made of straw. And with an evil look in his eye, he knocked on the door. The wolf said, little pig, let me come in." "Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin," said the first little pig. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down." And the first little pig ran to the house made of sticks. Then the big bad wolf walks up to the second little pig's house, the house made of sticks. And he says, little pig, let me come in." "Not by the hair on our chinny chin chins, we won't let you in," cried the 2 little pigs. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in." The 2 little pigs ran as fast as they could to the third little pig's house made of bricks. The big bad wolf was now at the third little pig's house, the brick house. He knocked on that door and said, little pig, let me come in." The 3 little pigs answered, "Not by the hair on our chinny chin chins, we will not let you in." "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in. But the house stood. The big bad wolf was very angry. He decided to climb up the roof and then down the chimney. But the big bad wolf was in for a big surprise. The third little pig was making a big pot of soup. The wolf slid down the chimney and splash, landed right into the pot of soup. With a loud howl, the big bad wolf jumped out of the pot, out the front door, and down the road. The three little pigs cheered loudly. The big bad wolf was never seen again, and the three little pigs lived happily ever after. The end.